The idea behind Hope Productions is to bring a fundraising venue to the greater Sacramento area to help these children's charities to make differences in the lives of the children. Both Gary and I had been involved in local charities for many, many years, and over a lunch, we talked about how we interact with these charities, and really, is it just enough to give money without actually following it with the things that we felt that many businesses in the greater Sacramento could add to the charities, which is the management, the strategy, the idea of developing teams in order to help these charities grow, become more sustainable, interact with their communities better.
We wanted to move from just feeding charities money to actually empowering them and teach them how to fish than how to just be fed donations. It's very much about empowering our children's charities in the Sacramento area.
Hope Productions was created to assist and guide charities on overcoming the obstacles that they're going to face in any economic time. In good economic times, it's easy to do. In today's current times, in this downward economic trend, it's much, much more difficult. And it's at a time when these charities are needed the most.
I'm Dr. Kent Jolly, a pediatric oncologist here in Sacramento. I work every day with children who have cancer, and their families are devastated by that diagnosis. Their medical plans pay for their medical care, but there's so many other things these families need. They reach out to their community for education, for non-medical resources, for respite, and for entertainment. Hope Productions Foundation has made a huge effort over this last year to train local organizations in fundraising to improve their outreach. I've seen the impact already on the organizations I participate with, and I thank you for your support.
The focus of the foundation really was to teach our nonprofits to act more like for-profit businesses. We were giving them event training and business development, leadership training, which we hoped would provide what our mission is to give them viability, sustainability, and awareness, which every nonprofit needs, in good time or bad.
What I think is remarkable about the event that's upcoming is the fact that most charities wouldn't have the resources or the ability to pull off something of this significance, but having a collaboration of multiple charities backed by a professional team to do something very significant, not just for the charities, but for our region and especially for the beneficiaries, is truly unique. I don't know of any other community that's done anything like this, so I'm looking forward to seeing the success of the evening.
Hi, I'm Dan Vistica, Chairman of the Board of the River Cats Foundation. Since our inaugural season in 2000, community involvement has been an important priority of our employees and all of our operations at Raley Field. Ownership, management, and employees of the River Cats have focused their efforts on family and youth-based activities in the greater Sacramento area, and we've spent countless hours in the community at schools, nonprofit organizations, and civic clubs. It is our honor to partner with Hope Production Foundations to host Walk and Rock for Kids.
Hi, my name is McKenna. Please help us raise money tonight to help kids.
Tonight, we are partners in empowering children's charities. Together, we can create a brighter tomorrow for our community's children and youth.
You can give kids a place to go instead of being home alone.
Your assistance this evening will enable the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Sacramento to provide hundreds of kids with projects and programs their families would not be able to afford on their own. These projects include club services for 800 kids, daily nutritional snacks, IT support so the kids have functioning computers, uniforms for sports programs, the opportunity to take a series of college tours, and more.
Help teach kids to say no to drugs.
Now, with your help, people reaching out will be able to impact over 250 additional youth and their families next year. Now, imagine the gift you'll be able to give when a child turns away from drugs and alcohol to create a future with meaning and purpose. Your gift will nurture future generations to effectively counteract the influences that lead to abuse, so that no family has to experience the heartache that comes with addiction. Together, we can create drug-free communities where young people dream big.
support families to fight the battle against childhood cancer.
Childhood cancer is a family diagnosis. Keaton Raphael Memorial's Family Assistance Program provides vital financial and emotional resources which empower families and bring hope to their journey. Now, with your donation, they'll be able to provide vital financial resources for transportation, grocery, and medical expenses to an additional 10% of the childhood cancer families in our community.
Every child deserves to have someone protect them.
Casa El Dorado's primary purpose is to ensure that every child in the court system due to abuse or neglect has an advocate. Now, to make this happen, it costs $1,500 per child to provide services such as screening, recruiting, training, and supportive oversight for each volunteer advocate. Your contributions will allow us to ensure the voices of 7 additional abused or neglected children will be heard.
Going to Camp Okaizu gives kids with cancer something to look forward to.
Your help tonight will allow them to send 10 children to this amazing camp, which is committed to providing recreational, respite, and peer support programs to meet the needs of all members of families affected by childhood cancer through extensive camp settings, where they'll get the chance to just be a kid. They'll laugh, play, swim, and dance for a week while creating lifetime friendships and memories. They'll receive the emotional and practical support for continuing the cancer journey.
No kid should ever have to go to bed hungry.
Wind Youth Services' primary focus is to provide homeless children and youth on the street with help to move from crisis to healthy functioning. Your generosity will help provide hot meals to these youth to assist with their well-being. Your donation will say to them that they're not forgotten, and together we can lift them out of the dangerous spiral of homelessness, abuse, and neglect.
Help Sacramento kids in the game of life.
The River Cats Foundation was set up to improve the quality of life of children and families in the Sacramento region. One of their programs, River Cats Independence Field, is a completely barrier-free baseball field where athletes with disabilities of all ages compete in team sports year-round. Your gift this evening can help sponsor teams of disabled children who have never experienced the rush of hitting the ball, and they can now realize their dreams of being part of a team and competing in a season of baseball with their pals.
Thanks for giving all these kids hope.